It's the block105.com, and we have the show Inspirations with Rose with, let's see what's going on here. All right. Welcome to tonight's broadcast. Inspiration with Rose. We have Mr. Paul Graves and Kelly Walton joining us tonight on the interview. All right.
Go.
Perfect.
All right. Was Kelly able to come on?
All right. Say what, Paul?
Did you see Kelly's request?
Yes, I did. And I accepted it. Let's see. All right. Welcome back, everyone, to block105.com. It's Inspirations with Rose tonight. We have Alabama A&M alumni, Mr. Paul Graves and Kelly Walton. Join us. Try this. Paul, on your end, try to see if you can invite someone, a third person, if it will let you. Welcome back. I love my mic. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Finally. Let me do it. Welcome, guys. You still can't hear me? Okay, Paul, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay.
Okay.
Kelly, can you hear me?
You have it on mute?
Okay, so Kelly, you can hear me, but you can't. So Paul, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Audience, can you hear me? Can somebody say who all you can hear? Kelly, can you hear me?
Sure, it's not on your end, Kelly.
Try going to the microphone. If you see a slash on it, unpress it.
That's to mute the camera. So you did that right. It's some on your end. Kels, make sure it's not connected to the truck.
Okay, so make sure it's not connected to the truck. If your Bluetooth is on the truck, remove any Bluetooth if you have it.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay.
Perfect. it.
Yeah, I
Fix
just
it,
figured it out too.
guys.
I was like,
All
yeah,
right,
my
all right.
We're good.
We're gonna start from the top again.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna edit everything. Okay.
All right.
Welcome. It's the block105.com. Inspiration with Rose tonight, and we have Paul Graves and Kelly Walton, Alabama A&M alumni, with an amazing movie project called The Normal Life. Join in, y'all. Let's go. Come on. It's Thursday night. Hope you had an amazing day. We have a great show ahead of us. Come on. All right. Welcome to the show. It's the block105.com. Inspiration with Rose here. We have a great episode ahead, y'all. So this has been a long time in the making. Shout out to Paul. I am so happy to, first of all, I have to say that I got to give you guys just some props for what you're doing. I mean, like, having a vision and putting it into play is absolutely amazing. So you guys are both alumni from Alabama A&M, and you wrote an amazing movie called The Normal Life that is soon to be produced, filmed, and shared all over the world about your vision of your college and your school. I am super excited to have you guys both today. We welcome you here to the show, and we are so happy to have you. Before we begin the show, I want to say that you can find all this information regarding this amazing project, the Alabama A&M University, the Normal Life movie film project. You will have all the details after the show on the YouTube links. You guys, you can go and support. You can go and if you want to be a contributor, if you want to invest, if you want to be a part of the project, you will see all of this on the YouTube channel at Rosemary Productions LLC, where you can be a part. All right. So then we have with us today Mr. Paul Graves and Kelly Walton. They are both alumni from this great school, the inspired group of Alabama A&M alumni, making a development of the normal life, and is featuring the days of young men and women who were bonded, and they found a transformation during the campus life back in the early 1990s. All right, we're taking it back. So we're in the 1990s. You guys are freshmen, right? Is that right? Freshmen on your way in school, doing your thing, and here we are, 30, 40 years, but I'm saying years later, going back to that foundation and sharing what you have a vision for. So before I begin, I'm going to have you both introduce yourselves, what you do, who you are, and then we'll go into the movie project, okay? We'll start with Mr. Paul Graves. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm happy to be here. Rosemary, thank you for having us on your platform. Thank you for introducing us to all of the people that join you week after week. And we are happy to be a part of this production. We have been working on this movie for a while. Again, my name is Paul Graves. I live here in Atlanta, Georgia. Went to Alabama A&M in 1991. And, sometimes God is funny in how he puts things together 30 years later. Some of the experiences that we will be sharing in the movie have relevance today. And this gentleman, Kelly Walton, was a guy that I met as a freshman, 17 years old, and he and I have a lot that we would like to share with the world through this movie. We think it's a great time to bring it up. It's still relevant on some of the things that are going on, and we're happy to present it to the world. So thank you for having me.
Amazing. We are glad to have you here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. We also have with Mr. Kelly Walton. Wonderful. He's also a co-writer of the movie. And we want to get to know more about you tonight.
yeah, just kind of piggyback off of what Paul was saying. Thank you for the opportunity. To be able to come and sit down with you today and to lock in with your viewers and your listeners. First of all, it's definitely a blessing. So, um, having this platform for us to be able to share our experience and our venture and our vision, we're definitely grateful and blessed to be able to connect with you. Um, Again, myself too, 1991 as a freshman at Alabama A&M, coming from the Midwest, not knowing a lot about Alabama itself, yet alone the HBCU. Meeting Paul and our family that we've known, anywhere from 10 to 15 of us. Have bonded and put together this brother and sisterhood that's lasted for 30 plus years. So we've all collectively come together to write our story. This is a true HBCU story that sparks around the time frame of 1991, around the Rodney King beating and verdict at that time. So
Amazing, amazing. Y'all, I'm so happy to have you guys here. Welcome to the show. Those just joining in, this is the block 105.com. It's Inspiration with Rose. We have Alabama A&M alumni, Mr. Paul Graves and Kelly Walton. And we're going to talk about their story and about how the Normalite movie and production is going to be in play. Once again, to support after the show, we're going to have the YouTube channel link for you all. You can go there and see how you can support and be part of the movement. So my first question tonight is, Paul and Kelly, how did you two meet? You kind of already answered that question, but get to the little details of that real quickly.
Um, just like everybody that's ever went to college or an HBCU in particular, when your mom or your father or your auntie or your grandmama drops you off and they pop that trunk and pull all your stuff out, they throw it in the dorm, you kind of got to meet people as you go. And I went to Alabama A&M, not knowing a lot of people, and was able to run into this gentleman and some other guys that kind of took me in. The story kind of tells how we all met once you get in tune with it. But, it was funny. All of us met and kind of bonded immediately. And not knowing what was ahead of us, for the first, 6 months, 7 months of your freshman year while you're in school, there's a lot that you have to go through as a 17, 18-year-old kid. But he and I met, immediately bonded. Out of the 12 guys that we were close with, he and I kind of bonded the closest. Immediately, we saw that we had a lot of the same values and ideas as a 17-year-old, even though I was from Atlanta and he was from the Midwest. We immediately connected as brothers. And, we can consider those 10 guys, if you have Voltron growing up, I'm kind of telling my age right now, he was one arm and I was the other arm within that collective group of guys. And it's lasted over 30 years and here we are today. But a true friendship started at a very young age at 17, 18 years old. As soon as we, I would say, had our stuff in the dorm.
Wow, that's amazing. What about you?
yeah, I'm gonna dig a little bit deeper. And so we don't get a lot of times to tell our kind of connection meeting up, but we it was like the North and South connected, right, at that
Okay.
time. Because again, I didn't know a lot about Alabama, and Paul coming from Georgia, we just kind of just connected. I think it was more of an appreciation of each other's swag and personality and demeanor, and we kind of mirrored each other. Like, it was kind of like, when we seen each other, it was like, yo, this is the South version of me, and he was like, this is the North version of me. And so, from there, it was kind of that bond and that connection, along with the other brothers and sisters that we connected with, and it was just from that day. From that day, it was just immediate. We were attached at the hip, man, and further became roommates. And I got to stay at the house, in Georgia. So it's just been a progression. Like I said, 30 years. Here we are now, business partners and brothers and so forth. So
I love it. I love it. A lifelong connection there. Wonderful.
absolutely.
So what sparked the idea of creating the movie The Normalite?
Um,
So I'm gonna jump in first because Paul's side of this is very detrimental. Um, you know, we talk a lot about this project, and it's quite a bit of masterminds behind it. But I got the call a little bit later on about, hey, this is what I've been thinking. Let's start collectively putting our thoughts to paper. And so that's kind of what we did, individually as a group. And once that kind of push, so to speak, from that came from Paul, then as a collective, we started writing down our stories. And so I'll let Paul tell you exactly what all sparked his motivation for it, though.
Well,
Okay.
when you go through something like we went through in 1991, it leaves a mark on your life no matter how old you get, you know. And what I knew about that time, especially those first 6 months of our life as freshmen, 17, 18-year-old kids, there was a lot of things that happened in 1991 that people forget about but are still relevant today. And as I got older, and you know, George Floyd happened, and you hear old stories that my father would talk about Martin Luther King and what he went through. It sparked some history on what happened with us in 1991 with Rodney King and how we felt. And it only made sense for me to kind of reach out to the guys that were there with me and let them know, say, hey, we have a story to tell. I think God put us together for a reason in that time in life, right? To be able to share this story with the world, because you would think that some of those things wouldn't be still going on, but they are. It's been going on since Martin Luther King. With my father, who actually went to Alabama A&M too, and he said that when he was a freshman and Martin Luther King died, there were some things that they went through. And ironically, I was there in 91 when Rodney King went through some of the things he went through. And, I kind of witnessed those as a young man as well. And as I got older and witnessed George Floyd and the things that he went through, it kind of sparked something in me. And then being at home for COVID, having a lot of time to think about the renaissance of where you need to be as opposed to where you were. Why not
Right.
put pen to paper and take advantage of the time that God gave us to really think about what you want to do? And it couldn't have been done without those guys that experienced it with me. So I reached out to them and said, hey, we got a story to tell. And, we all collectively put our minds together to come up with a great script, a great movie about 1991 and all the nostalgia that comes with it, the clothes, the haircuts the women had, the feeling, the cross colors, the
Mhm.
dancing that we used to
The
do, the
music,
music,
yeah.
just young men with high tops, at a HBCU, not the streets,
That's right.
kind of what we were dealing with when that 91, verdict came. And a lot of people talk about the East Coast and the West Coast during that time and how they felt when Rodney King got beat, black men, right? But they really don't talk about how it affected all black men. And in 1991, we felt something on a campus. And, we kind of mimic some of those things that you saw on TV, just nobody knows and tells the story of what we went through.
Amazing, amazing. Y'all, I look forward to this project. Those of you tuning in, it's block105.com. Inspiration with Rose, and we have Alabama A&M alumni, Paul Graves and Kelly Walton here, sharing their story of the movie, The Normal Life. This is going to be an awesome movie. I can't wait to see it. I saw the trailer a little bit. I love it. I'm excited about it. And we're happy to have you guys here tonight to share your story. How has the process been in working on the film?
Kelly?
Oh, it's been a grind. You know, I think one thing for us, we we want to highlight the HBCU experience, right? And so we understand now here over the last, couple of years, HBCUs, it's been a movement, right? We've lived this for 30 years, but it seems like now, we're just starting to get kind of the crack of the door being open when it comes to HBCU. So, our main objective for this initiative was to make sure that we keep the HBCU lineage really strong, right? And that doing that has been the lifting, getting those people together, because you're talking about 30 some odd years ago, trying to remember those short stories or those memorable moments, as well as, talking to our school, trying to get them involved into everything, and trying to find, the right writers, the right directors, producers, and so forth. And, even actors at some point. So, just trying to collectively get everything to kind of gel at the same time. It's kind of been the grind, but we wholeheartedly believe in the process. You trust in the process, and then everything else will come in place.
And
Definitely.
what's beautiful about it is that our school, Alabama A&M University, they opened everything up with open arms. It was a leap of faith in the beginning, going to the school with nothing behind you to say, here's a project, here's something that's meaningful that will put the school on the map, so to speak. We've been known for other things, but to have a full blown production about something that really happened back in 1991 on campus, was something that they were excited to hear about. They've actually wrote articles about the movie. I think we've shared that with you. Excuse me. And those articles kind of tell the beginning platform, how it started, where we were going,
Hmm.
some of the stuff got on campus already, and it's been a blessing to really put it together. The biggest thing is that we wanted to do is leave a legacy for our school. We really, really do love our school. Alabama A&M has played an intricate part in who we are today,
Hmm.
and for us to leave something behind for the kids that are going there 15 years from now, that's something that we're really trying to do.
Absolutely amazing. And I commend you guys for that foundation you're building for those who are coming up and telling your story to remember the history, because history makes you successful sometimes.
Hmm.
Know where you've come from,
Right.
right? Makes you more stronger and grounded to where you're going. So I give you guys, like I said, I'm excited for the project for you all, and I'm so excited to see it come to fruition. So what are some of the things that you gentlemen would like to highlight about the film?
Oh man, it's a million and one of them. But I guess up front, this is a true story, right? This is not something that we just kind of just made up. This is our lives, what we experience, as young men and women on the HBCU campus, trying to get educated, but also dealing with the trials and tribulations of life, with love and heartbreak and drama and suspense and the movie itself, it has every element that you could possibly want. We kind of look at our movie kind of like the new Drumline and School Days kind of mix.
Okay.
And so for those people who've seen those iconic movies, that's kind of what we vision our movie as. But just kind of a newer concept to it, with a little twist. But it's got love, it's got brotherhood, it's got some great music. I mean, our soundtrack is going to be amazing. I mean, we were blessed enough to have Mr. College Park at the now world renowned Mr. College Park. Back then we called him Smurf, DJ Smurf from Atlanta. And so he was our soundtrack for our daily lives. I mean, some of the best parties and block, being on the block, hanging out and gathering. And so he was our heartbeat of our music then. So, but definitely want to instill the legacy, being educated, as a black man and a black woman, right? That was the main important goal. But also, dealing with life, with all its obstacles and pitfalls and just the journey itself.
And what
Excellent.
And what's interesting is when you think about a college movie, sometimes you think about the band, or you think about the fraternities and sororities, or you think about drinking and sometimes sex and things of that nature. This movie is really going to hit home because it deals with subject matter that all freshmen go through, no matter if it's a PWI or if it's a HBCU. It just so happened that I went to a black college, and it's going to represent all black colleges, though. And what happens when you get dropped off, or have to deal with reality once your mom and them go down the street and leave
Yeah.
you in the so it's not so much where you're going to see just a lot of guys having a good time, or YouTube or Tubi type, and there's nothing wrong with Tubi, but we're going deep into the heart and soul of, the generations before us, what we dealt with, how it's still instrumental today, and where we need to go for the future of
Mhm.
Black culture. And we're not going anywhere, HBCUs. We're going to tell a story that I think will take you back to school days and will touch your soul enough to make you want to see more of the normal life, because where we leave you in the movie is going to make you wonder what happened after that, because
Right.
it's just the first 6 months of our life, the freshman year.
Mhm.
A lot of things that happened in 91 during our freshman year. Remember, Rodney King was important into this script and what we were feeling. So where we leave you based off what you remember that happened during that time is going to make you want more of the normal life. So sophomore year may be something that you be knocking the door down to see what happened. But we we
It's a
definitely
lot
have
of
a
chapters.
we
A
have
lot
a
of
Yeah.
chapters.
we have a really good script. We have a really good story, and it wasn't hard to put together the script because it was real life stuff that we went through.
Yeah.
And you know, you can't lie about real life stuff that happened. It's just that we put it in a script.
Amazing, amazing. Those of you watching here, we have Alabama A&M, alumni, Paul Graves and Kelly Walton. And I want to just give a shout out real quick. Those of you watching or who are tuning in on this broadcast tonight, if you are a producer, a filmmaker, if you are someone who has the resources, actors, actresses, who wants to be a part of this film, okay? I need you guys to reach back out to us to support this movement. You will see this on the Rosen Productions LLC YouTube page. Go ahead and just follow through those links and go ahead and be a part. We need your support to bring this to life. So we need you guys all hands. If you're in Alabama, if you're in Atlanta, wherever you're at, if you have the resources to bring this to life, this can change this generation. This can empower another college student attending the HBCU and also empower the nation and bringing equality and unity to all of us here. So please go ahead and follow. All the details will be sent in just a second. Before I do that, Paul, tell us, what are the channels to follow the project? What's the Instagram page and what is the website?
The website is the normallifemovie.com. We're actually rehashing the website to get some new content on there, add some different stuff that we've shot already. Let it be known, our school is fully behind this project. We've actually done some filming on the campus already. They've already gave the amen from the VP on down for us to go ahead and shoot this movie, which is a beautiful thing to have a college behind you and have a university that's wanting to go back in time and bring back this film and what we represent from 1991. We're blessed to be in that position. What we're looking for right now is just the push behind it. I mean, once someone looks at our lookbook, somebody looks at the script, somebody understands the vision of the movie, it's going to touch your soul. And we know that. We didn't want to waste it. We had an opportunity to kind of go ahead and film the movie ourselves and put it out there. We didn't want to waste that one shot we had. We wanted to make sure that we did it correctly. We represented the school well. Alabama A&M is dear to my father's heart, dear to my heart, dear to their heart, the guys in the movie. We didn't want to waste the opportunity by not giving the full, force behind it. So, we're looking to do it right. I'm here in Atlanta, and I'm surrounding myself in the right circles of people so that, I can be able to present what we have well and not waste the opportunity. So the normallifemovie.com, the website, that'll be up in about a week. We'll actually have that connected to some of your platform, and people want to get information on it. And then
Do we
if
have an
anybody,
Instagram page as well?
Instagram
Yep.
page, if anybody wants to reach out to myself, my number will be listed as well. I'm here in Atlanta for content conversations on how we can connect. I can actually give it to you now if anybody's looking for it. It's 404-839-3686. Again, that's Paul Graves. I'm here in Atlanta.
Perfect. Say that number one more time, Paul. 404-839-3686. 3686.
The production.
We
Perfect.
also have our email address too, allkingsinthequeen@gmail.com. So Any inquiries, they can shoot it out to us at that website as well too, or that email address. Excuse me. But yeah, we've got IG. I believe we're on LinkedIn as well. So we've got a few different platforms. But yeah, in any of those, the number, the email address. I mean, we're here. We're here to respond and take calls. So
Perfect. So now that the script and the score has been set, what's the next steps that are needed to make this become a worldwide phenomenon?
good question there, Pete. Yeah, more or less making those connections. We our vision for this is we want to bring our story to the masses. So we get with one of the the great directors, producers, come up with the budget on it, to go ahead and fund it and then shoot it. So once we go through the steps of making sure that our script is where it needs to be when it comes to the masses. We understand, we have to tweak something here and there, or whatever, add or modify. We understand that, but basically getting the package together in order to pitch it to a major, and from there, we're ready to roll. So
We actually have the backdrop for the movie, which is the school. A
yeah,
lot of stuff goes on in the script happened actually on campus,
yeah,
and so we have a beautiful campus, Alabama A&M University. A lot of people think that it's in Huntsville, Alabama. It's really not in Huntsville, Alabama. Hence the name of the movie. It's in a small city called Normal, Alabama.
hmm
Hence the name of the movie, The Normal Life.
Yeah.
Anybody that ever went to Alabama A&M knows that our founder, William Hooper Council, founded our school on a small plot in Normal, Alabama. That's sort of the history you have to get as a Normalite when you go there. And hence the name of the movie, The Normal Life. We all lived a normal life. When my father was there, he lived a normal life. Going forward, those kids that are there now, they're living the normal life. So, we're kind of touching the masses and the hearts of the people that went to Alabama A&M. But what's bigger than that is that it's going to touch every black college, because everybody went through the same thing we went. It's going to touch
yes, we
in kind
do.
of way.
We do.
Excellent.
Work
And
on
hopefully,
Thank you.
we at Walton Production will see hope to write
Thank you.
a song for you guys for the movie, of course, as it is in place once it is produced. So we are so excited. Once again, if you just joined in, it's theblock105.com. We had Alabama A&M here on the show, alumni Paul Graves and Kelly Walton, telling his story about how the normal life came to be. So you guys know where to find the location of the website. It's all going to be listed on the YouTube channel, as well as other resources. You can contact us on this page. This is the DMV Basketball Legacy page, but contact us also at the Roseman Production LLC page as well. We'll have all the details for you there. And then also you can go to the links as well that you will see on the handles. Once again, we thank y'all for joining us. It is an honor to have you here. I wish you guys all the best of success and progress in this amazing film. I love movies, as you know. Paul knows I have this passion. I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't wait. It's going to be amazing. We put it out there. Y'all listening out there? Producers, production, The Normal Life, Alabama, A&M. Find us. Let's bring this movie to life. And if you're out there and want to support, if you are in the community of Atlanta or even in Alabama, come on through.
California.
Thank you for having us tonight.
California, Chicago, who wants to be part of the project, get in touch with us. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you guys. God bless you. We'll see you soon. And once again, you guys go out and look up the movie, The Normal Life, Alabama A&M. Stay tuned for the actual movie production coming soon. Thank you guys.
Thank you.